Hi.
Hi, Ari.
Hello, Derringer.
What's up?
What's up, dude? Happy Cinco de Mayo.
Happy Cinco de Mayo. You know how we're going to celebrate?
How?
With a little bit of my friend El Jimador.
Sick.
Yes.
It's fucking.
We don't have shot glasses,
bring the shit
so
out.
we're just going to take
We're just gonna swig
take
it.
a swig.
Take a swig.
I'm choking on my own saliva. Woohoo!
And then we'll just chase it with
Yeah, and then we'll chase it with Mexican water beer and whatever you have.
good beer.
Cheers, guys. Happy Cinco de Mayo. Woohoo!
Woo!
Warm tequila. Yeah.
Smells
Woo,
good.
While Ari's doing that, welcome back to Sexual Relations, guys. We are back. I hope you guys enjoyed last week's.
Ooh,
Oh, you like that?
that's nice.
It's pretty smooth, right?
It is pretty
I just don't like warm alcohol.
Yeah.
I hope you guys enjoyed last week's double episode week. That was a fun one for us to do, and we didn't realize how long we were talking, so we just turned it into a double episode.
Yeah, that was a long one.
So welcome back, Ari. How are you?
I'm doing all right, man. I'm doing Cinco de Mayo. It's like Mexican's birthday, apparently. I saw memes about that.
Mexican's birthday. It is Mexican birthday.
Yeah. I was like, what? It's like, happy Mexican birthday. I was like, oh, thanks.
Oh, thank you for sure. Woohoo!
Yesterday was also May the 4th.
Oh my God! I never put those two and two together. It's like wham wham.
Yeah, right back.
Get
And
hammered because I love Star Wars. Get hammered because Mexican birthday.
there you go.
Boom.
Boom.
Done.
Dude, I can't stop looking at this now.
Right? It's gonna be fun.
gonna be
So
very
all right, what kind of is our episode?
So,
It's a weird one.
are you asking me what count? Like, what episode number we're on? 'Cause,
I guess.
is it 6?
Well, we can start with that. It's not 6.
Okay, it's 5.
Nope.
Oh.
Not 5.
Oh, is it 7?
It's 7.
Oh my. I'm the best.
Yes.
Episode 7.
Hey man, I am the one that uploads them, so
yeah.
it makes more sense for me
I
to
just
know.
show up and
If
I
I
just
ever
talk to you.
if I ever don't know, then there's a problem.
Okay.
Yeah.
Episode 7.
It's episode 7. Woohoo!
Because it's Cinco de Mayo. Siete.
Cuz Mexican birthday. So our episode today is going to be about kind of a mixture of porn and fantasies mixed because we both kind of feel like fantasies typically will grow or are born with pornography, I feel like, for most people.
It definitely gives you ideas. For sure. And
Yeah.
you're like, I want to try that right there.
Whatever that is, I want
Give
it.
me it.
Yeah. I mean, last week was on kinks, and this is kinks and fantasies they're like parallel
Yeah.
to each other.
Yeah.
But fantasy is like something you dream about and like want to happen, whereas kinks are things that you do already.
Yeah.
And you're into their weird things.
The weird things.
Sexy things. Yeah. So what we're gonna be doing is we're on the maybe I should insert the theme song. We're in the Pornhub category section, and so we're just gonna kind of scroll through and go over all these categories and kind of I don't know what they might bring out in people or interests and things like that. But I guess Ari, what I'm gonna ask you to start off so we can get ourselves out of the way.
Okay.
Is like maybe what your top fantasy is. Something obviously it's something you want to do that you haven't done yet.
Okay, so I was kind of trying to tell you this earlier, but like my fantasies, I'm sure on a lot of people's mind, but also not the normal like fantasy per
Typical.
se. Yeah. So what I basically want to do and would love to do at some point, is experience my partner. You know how I was like, I see color or whatever?
Yeah.
Okay, so I've only done that while being sober. So what I want to do is take mushrooms.
Ooh.
And I know people are like, you shouldn't have sex while you're on drugs because you're going to want that every single time or blah, 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 blah.
Right.
However, I really, truly feel like if I were on mushrooms and experiencing my partner at the time, we would really kind of have a deeper connection, you know, in that moment. So what
Heightened
I would
senses,
love,
right?
exactly. Yeah. So what I would love would be to like take the mushrooms in the beginning, and obviously they take a little while to kick in and stuff. So during that whole time, the beginning time where they kick in, really just kind of like almost treating each other like royalty in a sense. So like I'd want to like I know it's a little there's a lot. I'd want to like massage my partner, like do massages back and forth, and like really just take the time to like touch and feel.
Yeah. So it's kind of like you kind of want the foreplay before the foreplay. Because you want to like build up into the actual sexual foreplay.
And
so
then
when those,
once the stuff kicks in,
once those like all the kind of hallucinations with mushrooms, right? And then all the deep sensations that you get. Yeah,
that would be fucking sick.
That sounds pretty sick,
right?
Even though I'll never do that, but because drugs. But
if it ever happens, I'll
yeah, please.
I would
love. I mean, you're gonna have to tell me on here.
Oh yeah,
for sure.
Oh my god. I want to do that so that I can tell you guys about it.
My fantasy happened, guys. Woohoo! Yeah.
That's going to be an exciting episode for me, so I hope that happens at some point.
I hope it happens too, so I can hear it.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
and all you got to do is tell me, Derringer, it happened.
It happened.
And then like, that's it. And then we know what our next episode's going to be.
That episode is going to happen at that time. Cool.
Yes. Fuck yeah.
But yeah, that's kind of it. Like, I know it's simple-ish, but also not. It's a lot of
it's like it's out of the ordinary. It's kind of just based on that connection piece, but it's gonna be much more heightened. Yes. So that's like the fantasy part, because
definitely,
that's pretty cool.
That other level of connection. I want that other level of intimacy too.
Yeah, even just having sex while drunk, you have heightened senses.
Oh yeah.
So I could imagine what doing it on like ecstasy or mushrooms or some shit. I would either be scary.
That's
either way too much for your mental capacity, or your genitals are just
I'm gonna end up having sex with an alien.
Fucking sick.
It's gonna happen.
You have sex with an alien? You already almost had sex with a ghost, Ari. Come on.
That's true. Yeah. Yeah. But anyway.
Yeah.
So now you know a little bit about my fantasy.
A little bit.
Let's hear about yours.
Mine's pretty normal. I don't have anything crazy. I've already kind of mentioned it before, but I feel like this is most guys. Three-way.
Oh. Yeah. You did.
I did.
Touch upon that.
But I wanted to have a three-way because I feel like most dudes are like, I just want to fuck two girls. It's like whatever. But it's because of like how I approach sex. I just want to be like so involved with two women.
With both of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would love it. Would be like it's basically like the ultimate 69, with like having a girl ride me while I have a girl sitting lip to lip with me
while you're butt snorkeling.
Yes. Oh my god. I just want to be busy at all times.
Yeah.
Because sometimes I'll be like having sex, and then I just want to like be eating pussy at the same time, but I can't do both.
Yeah.
But if I had a three-way, I could.
You could.
Yeah.
You very much could.
Yeah.
That sounds exciting.
So it's like. Yeah, I feel like I look at it at a slightly different angle than a lot of guys do. Kind of. Yeah. It's not just about I want to fuck two chicks. It's about I want to experience two women at once.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, that's cool.
Yeah.
I respect that.
Mm-hmm.
I would want to experience two chicks at the same time too, actually.
Would you want to experience two guys at the same time?
No.
No.
I'm sorry.
Never
if
a fantasy
I'm ever
of mine.
going to, I just can't. Which actually is a decent segue into this. Actually.
Yeah.
So going into that, even when it comes to like porn and stuff, I can't really get off on heterosexual porn. It has to be girl on girl.
You like the girl on girl.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and we've kind of talked about that before. How we think most men should watch girl on girl.
Yes.
So that they learn the proper. Because most heterosexual porn, I feel, is acted up a little bit more. It's good. Yeah. It's somewhat real. You know, they're not like in pain, but they're not going to be as, you know, as having as intense orgasms as you actually think they are. Mm-hmm. But I feel like girl on girl is usually they're just like having fun. Yeah. And just fucking really wanting to please each other. Mm-hmm. So yeah, we always think that most guys should watch it for that reason, not just because it's two chicks.
Educational purposes, but also for fun.
But also have fun with yourself. You know.
Yeah.
It's a good time. It's healthy.
It is.
Men and women. Touch yourself.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, masturbation is very healthy, guys. In case you didn't know, I know we grow up learning, especially religious people, that masturbation is like the devil, but indulge yourself.
Feel better after. All right, so I guess there's a lot of categories.
There is a lot. Yeah, I honestly haven't been on Pornhub in fucking years. So I was very surprised to see how many options there are.
Yes.
This is gonna,
It's
gonna
like,
open a whole new window
I feel like
for me.
there's too many like micro categories
Yeah.
within categories. All right. Well, I guess we can start with the very first one, because I feel like it's kind of a pretty broad fantasy. Japanese women in general.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
For a lot of men, and I'm sure many women as well. Just like I feel like the Japanese culture as a whole is like fantasized.
mm-hmm. Fantasies and fetishized.
Fetishized.
Fetish.
Fetishized.
Can't say it.
See an anemone.
Exactly. Yeah. But yeah, definitely. There's always, I mean, since I was little, I'm sure that I've heard plenty of times, like, oh my gosh, look at this freaking cute Japanese girl. Like, that's definitely been a thing.
And I think especially because it's always talked about, like, Asian women are quote unquote tighter. And
petite
and
tiny.
Crazier in the bedroom.
Yeah.
Which, I don't know where this stemmed from, but
I was gonna
say one day was just like, Asian girls crazy in bed.
Got it. I recently looked up like Japan, something, and it was like their sexual drive is actually very low.
Really?
Yeah. So I was like, interesting that this is like a thing. Yeah. I don't know, but I need to look into it more. But it was I was like, really? I thought that was because Tokyo and stuff was supposed to be like they have like crazy like sex shops and like really cool places, and so I was like, I thought that was like
hentai porn. Yeah.
See, so many different things stem from it, but apparently, as like a culture, it's not like
they're not super sexual.
Yeah.
But maybe that just means those who are just like super intense.
That's what I was like. There has to be.
It's like those who are raised very religious and then they're not held to their parent standards anymore, and they get out and they just fucking let loose.
Yep.
It's kind of like the same idea.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So yeah. So I've never personally fantasized about the Japanese culture or like women or anything like that, or hentai porn. I don't really get off on that stuff, but I know it's definitely a big one.
Yeah.
Just like the idea of having sex with a Japanese woman is very fantasized about and fetishized in general, just because Japanese.
Yeah. I mean, I can't say I have ever personally fantasized about Japanese women either, honestly.
No.
I just see a good butt and I'm like,
I mean, I've dated a Japanese girl, but we were just dating.
Yeah. It wasn't specifically like you sourced her out because she was a Japanese
I was
woman.
like, you Japanese? Oh, we for sure gonna date now. For sure. All right. I mean, lesbian's an obvious one.
Oof.
That's
my favorite.
I feel like it's a fantasy for a lot of. This is definitely more of a fantasy for women, but obviously for a lot of straight women, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, because you're not really gonna fantasize about it if you're a lesbian woman, because hopefully eventually it happens for you.
Yeah.
But it's just what you're already into. But I feel like for straight women, they just want to know the experience, I would assume. I don't know.
Probably.
What do you think?
I mean,
you go both ways. So
I do go both ways. So, and the only reason why I think that you're kind of onto something is because I remember the very first time I watched porn was with a friend, and she's like super freaking straight.
Yeah. Strictly dickly.
Her dad had porn, and so we got into his stash, and it was girl on girl stuff. And I remember being like,
VHS porn.
Oh, yes. Yes, it was that long ago, and yeah, we were munchkins. But yeah, I remember like looking at it, and she was just like, I don't understand why this is a thing. And I was like, oh.
You're like, I understand.
I totally understand.
You're all, you want me to show you?
But yeah, maybe. Yeah.
I feel like it might be a comfort thing also. Like you don't have the fear of that like toxic masculinity of a guy just wanting to like attack you and be like overly aggressive and anything. Like, I mean, obviously women can be aggressive, but it's like a more, you're like kind of on each other's like wavelengths. Mm-hmm. You know, you understand where you each other are at a little bit more.
Yeah.
When most guys are just want to like fucking get it and get out.
Yeah.
And it's probably like a comfort and like safety thing as well. Like having fun with knowing you're going to be safe.
Although don't get me wrong, from some of the lesbian porn or like girl on girl porn that I've watched, some of them can be like, one of them will be a little more masculine. Yeah. And will be like, we're going to strap on and like do the whole thing.
Yeah.
Or even with like dom and sub stuff. But again, that's a whole other thing.
That's
in
like
itself.
that's
Yeah.
which I mean can be. I mean we can kind of just go straight into that. I mean that's usually gets fantasized about too.
Yeah.
Because I mean it's obviously something super kinky if you're doing it and you're into it, but some people just get off like watching it and they may not want to do it, but they like to mentally put themselves in that like state of mind.
Yeah.
And, like, oh, what if, like, I know I've read a lot of stuff about girls who have like rape fantasies.
Yeah.
Which is, it's like they don't want to be like actually raped. They just want to be like taken advantage of, but in a comfortable environment, like with somebody they know or like a friend, but they just want it to be like staged kind of. So
that is yeah,
it's definitely a fantasy.
Definitely
It's super weird.
That also goes into role playing too.
Yeah.
I've definitely not experienced anything like that because no, I'm not about that. Like, sorry, no. But I have heard that is a thing, and like TV shows and stuff like that too.
Right.
It's always been a thing that like gets brought up too.
Yeah, it's that's a pretty crazy one to be honest, because of how much of a real threat it is in the real world, but it's still like crazy fantasize about. It's just I really want to know like what the drive is for that one. Just like not having any control or like I don't know.
Probably not having any control, and I mean honestly when your fear levels are up, your adrenaline is up. So if you're an adrenaline junkie, I can totally see that being a
sure.
thing.
And I'm sure it helps like cuz I'm sure they just like they probably tell somebody to do it and there's like just don't tell me when you're going to do it. And it happens and they're getting, grabbed and taken advantage of, and then as soon as they see who it is, then they're like, let's do this.
Yeah.
But imagine if it wasn't that person though,
Yeah.
So yeah, that's a crazy one. All right, let's peruse, huh?
Yeah.
Ooh, that's a pretty a good one. Public sex. Being I think the idea of like possibly getting caught is mostly the fantasy.
Yeah.
It's like you don't want to get caught, but you want to
almost want to
get caught.
Again, that adrenaline. I'm telling you, dude, adrenaline's gonna play in a lot of this stuff.
For sure.
The whole like, ooh, we could totally get looked at and caught, and like maybe we get in trouble. Like,
a lot of people.
That's sexy.
I think a lot of people think about it and they're just too afraid to actually do it though. Which is again the whole thing about fantasies is you think about it, and then until one day it happens, then it turns into like, all right, it's happened. I'm gonna do it all fucking time now.
This is the new normal.
Now it's my like ultimate kink,
Yeah.
But yeah, that's public sex is cool though.
I was gonna say you with the beach and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah. I could definitely understand why it's a fantasy.
Yeah.
For sure.
Like I guess the hike on the side of the trail sex was kind of a little bit public, but also like I don't know, I feel like if it was more in like an open place, like how people are like, I want you right here right now, like if it was that
like
situation, you'd be like, oh my god.
It's like pull you around a corner in an alley, like,
yes. So dirty.
Just
but
fucking
yes.
Yeah, but you're not thinking about that at the moment.
Definitely not. I'd so be about that.
Yeah, if you just want someone to take you. Yeah, for sure. I'm like having to kind of burp, but I'm not burping, and it's oh man. Yeah, like there's bondage here, which kind of goes into like somewhat of like the rape fantasy, because I mean typically you okay, I don't know, typically is a bad word to use.
Typically when you're doing these
I guess
things.
when you think of it, you think of being like kind of somewhat restrained.
Yeah.
But bondage again is a whole other thing. It's like you're willingly giving your body up to those. Yeah. What do you think of the gangbang fantasy?
No.
Getting ran on.
Nah, I'm not about it. Not about it at all. But again, that's just because one, I'm selfish, and two, I want that intimacy. You know, I don't want to be like multiple people and be like, too much.
I think it's crazy that like, I mean, it's not crazy, but a lot of people just want control taken away from them. Which is, I mean, I think it's a huge driving factor in a lot of these like fantasies or kinkiness or whatever.
Yeah.
It's like I think it's a lot of people. Maybe that's why like businessmen will like hire dominatrixes and shit, because their life is just so
there's
like
so much
scheduled
control
and controlled.
So much,
They just want to like fucking take me.
Yeah. Yeah, honestly, I could definitely see that being a thing, because it's like it gives you a chance to not have to be the top person, the one in command, the one in control, but to also be vulnerable in a very intimate sense, and you're just like, fuck it. Like, do the things to me.
I've seen some of these like porns, obviously, and sometimes they do like interviews after, and then the girl's like, yeah, it's like I was really scared, But I'm sure some of these girls are lying because they've done it multiple times. But there's like obviously some of them there's gonna be the first for everyone.
Yeah.
But they're like I was super scared at first, but then as soon as I started feeling multiple hands touching me, I just felt like the star of the show, and everyone wanted to give me attention and be on me and touch me.
Yeah.
And I think that, I mean, it's a big thing, like wanting the attention and also having control taken away, just having everyone like fucking you're gonna do this and this and this. Yeah.
Yeah.
It could be intense.
That could be very
A lot.
intense.
My adrenaline's building.
He's like, hold on.
I'm fantasizing about a lot of things right now. Sick. Oh my god. All right, what else we got here? This is definitely
Dude, that butt. Sorry.
Oh no, I almost clicked on everything. This is definitely one at least I know I've fantasized about it before and then it finally happened, but having a girl squirt orgasm.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah.
It's pretty rare.
I do remember that always being like videos or like
You're like, "Oh, dude, I
porn
want that
things.
to be so sick."
Yeah. Yeah, like guys are always like, if you can make it squirt, like I'm just
Good.
Like, all right.
If-
Whatever.
I mean, the girl that I did it with was like nonstop. She just said, "I was like, this is how it happens for me." I was like, "Cool, sick." You never experienced it though?
Squirting?
Yeah,
I
or
don't-
like yourself or with a sick figure, a woman, lady,
No.
friend.
No. Although there was one chick that told me she was, but we never got the chance to figure that out.
Oh,
And so I was like, oh, interesting. But yeah, no, I personally I've never once squirt. But I'm also like weird.
do you
So I've been told
do you
like
do you try to cower away when you're about to finish?
well, yeah, always.
You
But
kind of hide yourself.
yeah, just,
Hmm.
but also I've been told that it's like a little baby waterfall, which is like a little stream.
Well, it can be. Then there's actual like fucking squirting,
Yeah.
which
Yeah.
what I experienced it was a lot.
Damn.
Yeah, it was a weird feeling, for sure. For the first time, we're like, wait, whoa, what's that? Yeah, but I mean, I've heard that it does require like cooperation from yourself to actually like get yourself there for like the first few times, and then like becomes more natural.
And then it becomes yeah.
Yeah. Look at me
Practice
all
makes perfect.
trying to act like I'm educated and
Yeah.
I'm fucking making girls
Fucking, I got my PhD on squirt.
What's
Squirt,
up?
Making girls squirt.
Here comes the douchebag side of me, guys. Sick. What else? Some of these are so like with such weird categories. Like big ass is a category. What
Is that the
fuck?
big ass that's right there?
Yeah,
Dude, that's a solid ass though.
it is.
It's
It
such
is.
a
But
nice
it's like
butt.
it's so weird that that's a category. Like what the fuck?
That'd be my category.
That's like 90% of women in porn. They have big asses.
I'd hope so. I feel like more that often than not, I just see big tits, and I'm like, give me the butt, though.
Yeah.
I
What
want
the,
the
like
butt.
babe? Why is that? Babe is a category.
Babe is a category.
Yeah. That's a babe. Oh,
Babe like the
sick.
pig.
This kind of similar to gangbang, but like double penetration for
Oh.
women.
Mhm. That's a pretty big one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've definitely heard, but I've also had a lot of girls tell me that they're scared to do it though,
Yeah.
because it has to be. It doesn't have to be, but you want it to be with guys you're comfortable with, right?
Mhm.
I would assume like your significant other and maybe like one of his friends or something, or just two guys you're really close with or something. You know?
Yeah. Yeah.
People you know, hopefully. Or then there's those that are like swingers who like fucking just would go to a club or some shit and
Yeah.
get some people, or go on Craigslist. Who knows? I don't know.
I'm sure you can find a lot on Craigslist, honestly.
What else? What else we have here? Massage fantasy?
That's my fantasy right there.
Ooh. Just have your
part of
massage
mine.
therapist just fucking start rubbing on you.
Okay, so
Oh.
not that this has ever happened,
Aw.
but that's definitely been a thing that I've considered.
Yeah.
Like that I maybe not 100% fantasized, but also it's kind of experienced. But it was like my significant other or like partner that I
Yeah.
was doing stuff with, where it was like very sensual massage
Mm-hmm.
led to very sensual everything else. It was pretty great. Honestly, I really enjoy that,
99% of my
honestly.
massages to go. Oh, your back hurts? Does your butt hurt too?
Oh, let me just go a little lower.
You know, I think I really need to unbutton your bra actually.
You seem a little uncomfortable. Let me just, you're a little tense. Take this off real quick.
Yeah, just take this out real quick.
Yeah, no, definitely. Massages leading into sex is fucking amazing.
Yeah, and I think, especially, I mean, all these fantasies have to be like, if they're with random people, they have to be like the perfect scenario.
Yeah.
So you have to, I feel like you would just maybe not have a regular massage therapist, but if it was like someone, all of us, they're super hot, you're like, I hope he touches me somewhere.
I'm gonna maybe just scoot my way this. Just gotta stretch real quick.
Oh no, my towel fell.
Oh no, your hand is where now?
What? Oh, that's super weird. Yeah, I feel like that's maybe not a big one, but it's definitely a fantasy for people.
My uncle.
I wouldn't mind it.
That I like. He's like my rich uncle, and like I go to him for like everything and anything that's like car related because he's got a shop.
Yeah.
He's got a masseuse, and she's fucking hot.
Ooh.
And I was there one
What's her
time.
number?
I know, right? I was there one time, and she showed up because he was gonna get a massage after like we hung out and stuff. And I got to see her, and I was like, "Oh my, she's fucking hot." And he was like, "Oh yeah, like every once in a while, like."
Oh.
You know, and I was like, interesting.
Nice.
And then the next time I saw him, he was like, "Dude, my masseuse thinks you're hot." And I was like, "Oh my god, wait, what? Your masseuse thinks I'm hot? Wait, so how can you make your masseuse my masseuse? Do you want to just like guest pass me in real quick?" Like what? Yeah, she's fucking hot though.
Oh
so
my God,
that
that's
would
awesome.
for sure be a thing.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. I mean, we already talked about this one, cuckolding.
Yeah.
Yeah, that could. I mean, that's definitely it could be a fantasy for a male. For sure. I mean, again, all this shit can be done for men and women.
And women, yeah.
Yeah. Why is hand job a category?
Is that POV? Is that
yes, POV.
That's like your favorite thing to say all the time.
What?
POV.
POV?
Yeah.
Point of view?
Yeah.
Point of view is great. I feel like it's
definitely better when you're the guy looking at the girl in that scenario. I was gonna say that's why I can't.
I always think about like how awesome it is from the dude's point of view most of the time, and then I think about what's the girl like?
It's just like, oh, well,
what
there
the
we go.
Fuck.
Yeah, whenever you bring that up, I'm like, oh, I don't know if I would like POV honestly, unless it's girls and girls.
I mean, you're gonna be seeing what the guy sees, so.
Or what the girl sees. Which again, in that case,
I don't think there's. I've never seen POV lesbian porn.
Yeah, I haven't either.
Yeah.
I've just seen, and I think it's just because lesbian porn or girl on girl porn is just so much more aesthetically pleasing overall.
Yeah, and also like the dick is up and raised from the body, and when a girl's going down on you, sure her face is hidden.
Yeah.
So you don't really can't POV from that, you know.
Yeah.
You can just gonna see her eyeballs staring at you, all sexy, just going to town. Sorry. Oh man. These categories are fucking all over the place. Small tits. Fetish is a fucking category. What the fuck? Most of these are fetishes.
We should hit up Pornhub and be like, you guys need to
slim down your categories
again.
Yeah. We touched on this last time. Fisting.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
that's one chick
that's
too.
Definitely. She's doing it to herself.
She's doing it to herself.
Oh,
wow, she's
no!
flexible.
I clicked on it. She
nice.
What?
I said she's doing it to herself and she's flexible because look at her.
She's getting it.
Look at the position she's in.
For sure.
God damn.
But this is definitely something that can go both ways.
Oh yeah.
Like a guy wanting to do it and a girl wanting it to happen.
Or a guy wanting a guy to do it, you know?
Yeah.
Or a guy wanting a girl to do it, honestly.
Fuck.
So.
Good on you, pal. Have fun with that. Yeah. Verified couples. Oh, cute. There's a lot of like ethnicity categories.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me? That's
like Czech. That's so specific. Czech porn.
Czech porn.
Yeah. There's only 3,000 videos. That makes sense.
You see Adam Andra in the background.
Oh, for all of you non-climbers, that's a very non-attractive, super strong climber.
You just hear him screaming in the back.
What the fuck is happening? Oh man, blonde. What the fuck? Yeah, I don't know. I mean, this party one could definitely be one. Like fantasizing. I mean, that's kind of somewhat of a public sex or gangbang or orgy style.
Orgy.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, that's
orgy.
somewhat of a fantasy of mine too.
Orgy?
An orgy, yeah. With like a bunch of hot friends.
Yeah.
Yeah. But okay.
I mean,
I don't know if if it's like orgy standard to like switch partners, but that would be like super cool for me.
So I heard on a podcast that I was listening to like a few weeks ago, and this orgy in particular was split into like divided, like one group here, like group A and B, and they did their thing with their partners.
Yeah.
Or like their groups, and then they switched. So that might just be a thing in general. Because I mean, think about it. Like, you don't want to just stick to one person, then it wouldn't be an orgy.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, I feel like the definition of an orgy is just having sex with a group of people.
Yeah.
But yeah, that'd be cool though. Just having a group of friends who's all chill and just switching partners. Be fucking dope.
Yeah, I can't say I wouldn't want to try an orgy, because I definitely have considered it and be like, you know what, if the opportunity came up, maybe I just have to be very comfortable with it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like usually it's. I mean, yeah. For one, it always starts with yourself.
Yeah.
And then also the people who are there.
Yeah, and
if
I'm
you
just
see
like
some
too insecure
gross
sometimes.
looking dude, you're like,
no,
not you.
Not
everyone
you.
else.
Everyone
not
around
you.
you.
I'd want your
except
wife
for
for
you.
sure. Not you.
Why did you come to this? I thought this was hot people only.
How did you get her? First of all.
Some money.
Oh, you're rich.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah.
Got it. Got it.
Gosh, we're horrible.
Yeah, we're terrible, terrible people. What porn star is a category?
There you go.
Who would have thought?
On Pornhub?
What? No
crazy.
way. Verified. So if you really want to watch porn at 60 frames per second, that's a category.
Damn. Okay.
Oh god, the burps.
It's like tequila.
I guess,
It got
man.
you.
Muscular men?
Ugh, no.
What's wrong with muscular men?
Nothing against muscular men. I remember specifically being like, the day that I got my industrial, I was like 15 or something.
Uh-huh.
We went to the Muscle Beach in Venice and like watched like a little muscle comp, and I was just like, ugh, you're too big. You're too big. I can't.
Oh
like,
my god.
Just too many muscles.
Of course, there's fucking dudes that are way too big.
Yeah.
I mean, even I say that, I'm like, dude, you're too big to be a normal dude.
Yeah.
If you're not a bodybuilder, why?
Yeah. I just want definition, you know?
Yeah. No, I get that from you for sure. For sure. Wow, we actually reached the bottom pretty quick. It's quicker than I thought. Tattooed women. That's more of, I mean, you kind of fantasize about that, but not too much. I feel like it's fantasized, and then you hope that they're also like a dominatrix.
I was going to say, I feel like you have almost like you expect that the tattooed women are going to have some kind of like rougher, just like side to them, you know, because they're already tattooed. They're like, they're definitely not normal, so they're going to be a little more. They're the girls
who were made fun of in high school, who ended up being just the kinkiest girls.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but you're not like blasted.
No, not yet.
No, and again, I wasn't saying it's you. I was just being a dick. Yeah, wow, I can't believe we actually reached. I thought that was going to take a lot longer.
Well, yeah, but look at all
There's just so many subcategories. They're all the same ones.
Oh.
Yeah. Man, that sucks.
Should we, like,
what?
I don't know, click on these and see if they go any further?
Oh, that could be that's definitely one. Mature, like older men or women.
Cougars.
Yeah.
And
what do you call older guys? I don't know.
Grandpas.
Grandpas?
No.
Hey, Gramps. We suck your
Sugar
dick.
daddies. Oh, no. No, thank you.
Yeah, I definitely know there's people that are like way into the older folk. Even if it's not like way older, but like mature. Mother or father level or age.
Yeah.
30, like 35 plus. Depending how old you are yourself.
Yeah, I was like, well, I mean.
For you, that's like not that big of a difference. Or for us.
No.
Yeah. It's like, what, 9 years? Yeah. Have you ever fantasized about older men?
I mean, looking at my track record of dating people, I do prefer older men, actually.
Like, okay, older men?
No, well,
I mean, you've lost your virginity. So, if you want to go back to that.
No, yeah, I've always definitely. But you know what? I think it's because when I was younger, I definitely thought that it was the maturity level that I was looking for. But no, now that I've like gotten older and like experienced different age guys and girls too, it's just like the maturity level. It just depends on your personality. Really, it doesn't matter if you're like fucking 38 or fucking 28. Like it's as yourself.
I've gotten zero more mature since high school. Okay, that's a lie.
I'm
but-
gonna say I feel like you definitely
on the
have,
outside,
but
I've gotten no more mature. On the inside, a lot more.
yeah, like definitely after knowing the people that I've dated and stuff, as they've gotten older, they have gotten a little more mature. But again, at the time that I was like dating them, they were older than I was, and definitely were not. I was more mature in the situation.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like most women are way more mature at a younger age, like significantly.
Yeah.
And then as like everyone gets older, it kind of like somewhat levels out, and then we kind of goes from there, and it's case by case. But I feel like typically women are definitely way more mature at a younger age.
I mean, would I
These guys are
have
dicks.
sex with an older man or woman? Depends. Do they still take
45.
care of themselves?
Just
If they
based on
still-
age.
If they not on like what they look like.
Well,
or
I
anything
mean,
like that.
obviously, so you're already attracted to them, but they're 45, 50.
I mean, I feel like that'd be fine. Honestly, I wouldn't be against it. Again, if there was like the attraction level was totally there, and also I personally have to make a connection with them. I mean, you know that
Right.
about me.
Yeah.
But,
No, you have to be purple.
I mean, if Johnny Depp or Angelina Jolie were like, "What's up?" I'd be like,
Fuck!
"Oh my god, yes, right now! Like, let's just do the thing."
Jennifer Aniston walking up to me right
Oh,
now.
yeah.
All right, get the fuck out. Podcast over. Get out.
What?
You can
Jennifer
have her
Aniston?
after.
Okay, all right. I don't
Yeah.
want your. No.
Sorry, she's
No.
my fantasy, not
Okay.
yours.
Yeah, yeah.
All right,
If it were Angelina Jolie walking in, though, I'd be like, "Get out,
that's fine. You
No.
can have her.
get out."
I never found her that crazy
Oh,
attractive. I
think
mean, she's a
so
beautiful
hot.
woman, but I've never been like, oh my god, Angelina Jolie. Like,
She's just so like, you know. I'm just like, the things I would do to that woman. Oh my god, so many things.
All right, so this is actually some statistics that I was told in my sexual or psychology of sexual behavior, some shit. It was a class at college, and it was talking about men in, well, okay, not men, everyone in general, when it comes to being lesbian, gay or lesbian or just gay, because it's the same thing. Nobody is like 100%, and everyone has, or I forget the percent exactly, but a high percentage of men and women had fantasies of having sex with the same sex.
Oh, interesting.
Yes.
Hmm.
Which I'm only bringing this up because I just saw gay as a category,
That is such a cute photo.
right?
That's not sexy at all. Well,
I mean,
I
he's
guess
grabbing
his
his dick.
hand is down his fucking boxer brief things, but like it looks so homey. It's just like we're just chilling on the couch.
Sunday
Just
morning,
super
chilling on the couch with his dick in my hand. It's like the equivalent of me having a boob in my hand,
Yeah.
just chilling.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's something that I learned
Have
in that class.
you ever fantasized about having gay sex?
I've never fantasized about it,
Okay.
but I've been like, no. I've definitely had the thought, but like, I've
Yeah.
never been like, I want to try having sex with a dude. Never been
In
like
the
that.
thought, were you the one taking it or the one doing it?
Giving.
Giving. I
Yeah.
figured as much, honestly.
But I've always said if I was a gay dude, I give the best head.
I mean, if what you say and stuff is true about like when you go down on a chick, I'm sure it would
Yeah.
transfer over, right? Yeah.
I mean, I've never tested my gag reflex, but like, if I was gay, bro, I don't think I'd care.
I'd be like,
Choke a bitch out.
oh my god, yeah,
Or if I was a girl, either one.
yeah, yeah. Either
Yeah.
way, it would work.
But yeah, that's just something I'd throw out there, is that a high percentage of men and women have fantasized, and I feel like more women are open about it,
Mhm.
saying it, because it's not, or it's, I would say mainly because men are so afraid of being vulnerable.
Yeah, definitely.
Not because, I guess just the women or lesbian sex is so, quote unquote, accepted,
It's
and
more normalized for sure.
male gay sex is not.
I'm not
um,
gonna lie, and you know how earlier I was like heterosexual sex is like
Yeah,
porn is like
whatever.
yeah, and girl
Yeah.
and girl and does. I've seen gay porn, and that definitely does more than heterosexual porn too for me.
Wow.
Yeah, yeah,
How
I
how
think-
was it? Did you finish?
yeah, yeah.
Oh.
yeah. I think it's just because it's not the cliche. I think it's the cliche of like the heterosexual porn that I'm just like,
Yeah.
I'm over it. But like the girl and girl for sure every time. It's just like, you know.
So I have a recommendation for you.
Ooh.
Find the couples heterosexual porn.
Oh, because it's more intimate?
Yes.
Okay.
It's way better.
I might look into that.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm all thinking of like who I could recommend to you.
Just like that one.
Let me just look through my notebook.
And sent to Ari.
So yeah, there's that one. I mean, I feel like MILF and mature kind of go in the same category.
It definitely, yeah.
It
Should.
I'm just kind of like re-scoping through all these. Old versus young, that's the same thing.
A lot of these should just be lumped in the same
right?
area.
What else we got here? Dun, 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 dun. Definitely. I mean, this isn't so much a fantasy, I feel like, but watching somebody pleasure themselves is definitely something like it's a pretty big kink. I feel like kind of touch back on the kinky stuff.
Yeah.
Because I know I've definitely been like, so just do your thing.
I'll just
because I've had like a partner tell me that they like waited for me to like get out of the shower or something, and I was like, and then I tell them, I'm like, yo, just start, and then when I get out, I'll join.
I'll meet you there.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it.
Because you know how much more riled up I'll be within half a second just seeing yourself go to town.
Damn.
Wow, I feel like I just fucked that entire sentence up.
I got it. It's okay. I understood where you're coming from.
Yeah. Or just pleasuring yourself.
Yeah.
Like I mean, I'm sure you've sent videos and received videos or from women. I hope you don't receive too many from men.
Yeah, no. Yeah.
Because it's gross.
Don't.
But like when you get a video, or if I get a video, I'm like, awesome, loved it, but try not to mean it's hard. I try to explain it as in like, try not to think if you're gonna do it. Just I want to see you lose yourself in yourself. I don't want to see you like performing.
Focused on the camera and being very
just
aware
fucking
of it. Yeah.
be in you. And if you don't want to do it, that's fine. Whatever. I'm just, communication. Let them know what you like.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's definitely something I just thought I'd bring up. Watching someone else masturbate is definitely
that is
kinky. Definitely
another one that I
and not like sitting there watching them, but like
Yeah.
coming into them, it happening or receiving a video or some shit.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what BBW stands for, but I know it has to do with heavy set women. But that's definitely a fantasy.
BBW?
Yeah. I don't know.
Are you hovering over it?
Yeah, it's just I just know it has to do with heavier set women.
Big beautiful women?
Maybe. It fits.
Yeah.
We'll stick with that.
Big beautiful woman.
Everyone deserves love, right?
Honestly,
and sex.
as long as they're curvy, I'm about it. Like they just gotta have the curves. If they're just like big in general, I'm like,
Yeah. And again, I think that's that's like part of a fantasy for.
Yeah. Sorry, no, go ahead.
I was like, I didn't even finish yet. Yeah. A fantasy for like guys losing control.
Yeah.
Like if it's a bigger woman, she's gonna fucking take advantage of you, bro.
Just make you her ragdoll.
Yeah. Anyways, what were
that's
you
what I was gonna say. I was gonna say I know that like I feel like I always revert back to CSI. I watch a lot of CSI. A lot of the examples that I've been bringing up have been CSI related. I just don't say it. But yeah, I remember one of the episodes was like, it's so funny how much CSI it's got like sex incorporated into it. That's like the only thing that makes it good. Anyway, yeah, I remember there was like specifically like small guys, like skinny guys, whatever that word. I can't say it. I can't speak. Over like a bigger woman being on them, like even just like laying on them is like, oh my god. It's like, very interesting. Very, very interesting to have like that pressure and like feeling all that, like, and then being like in all that
kind of suffocated.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Suffocation.
So, I just saw this one, and now that I think about it, it could be. I feel like this would be a heavy fantasy for women that are straight, which is romantic. Because
romantic stuff in general is very much lost now, I think.
Yeah, and I think again, I just think when it's like two women in a relationship or like lesbian women, they're kind of already intimate with each other, and they're very like you guys,
They're
women have learned how to
understanding.
communicate with each
We
other.
know what's up. That's the thing.
Yeah. Y'all are mature and know how to communicate with each other pretty well, and guys aren't, and so we lack that that instinct to know when to do things, and I think that's like not even a super. It's not a crazy fantasy or like a hypersexual thing. It's just like fantasizing about like having a romantic night out and then like very intimate sex and things like that.
Candles.
So yeah, so I understand why it's a category.
Yeah.
For sure.
I
If
think
you
it does
lack
deserve
that in
its
your
own
life,
category. Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure. I'm trying to help the guys out, ladies, all right? I am trying.
Just be like, guys, go on Pornhub and do some research.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, porn is for the most part fake, and a lot of it's fucking like blown out of proportion. But there are some things you can learn from it.
Gives you some high expectations if all you do is watch porn and then you try to experience the things.
Yeah.
But it does, again, it gives you ideas of kind of what to do and like how to go about things. And
That's the
it
biggest
can
thing is
be
it
very
gives you
educational.
ideas.
Yeah.
Just don't approach it like they do in porn.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, but especially if you're like if you have a partner, then just communicate to them like, hey, I saw this and I want to try it.
Maybe
Because I'd rather. That's a thing to do.
Yeah.
But it's like I'd rather experience it with you than watch it happen. You know. Because I know, and on either side, it could be very offensive if your partner's watching porn rather than having sex with you.
If they're choosing to just watch porn over having sex with you, for sure.
And it's usually because they like lack the strength to communicate their wants out of their person. So yeah, virtual reality, Jesus Christ.
HD. Look at this
4K porn.
HD.
Jesus Christ. Well, parody? What the fuck?
Is that fingering?
Yeah.
So it's just porn about
getting finger
fingering.
blasted. Yeah. I mean, finger is awesome.
Yeah, no, 100%.
Yeah. Well, I think we've kind of ran through the why is music on here? Where do you listen to your music? Pornhub. I hear the sick new beat on there, bro. I think that's a huge ass. Gone through.
Oh, that one in the bottom, in the middle?
Yeah. I think what do you think, ran through the majority of the real, like, standout categories, not so much the subcategories.
Yeah.
Well, we're pretty good on time, too. Look at us, not talking way too much.
Fucking ever.
Yeah.
It's kind of crazy.
Yeah. I mean, there's a bunch of other categories on here, but those we kind of touched on already in the kinky episode, which are more.
Is that German porn? Do you
Yeah,
think it's angry?
What about the Russian porn?
Oh.
Even the Czech porn.
Yeah. Honestly,
I've seen.
being so
there's
horrible right now.
Korean,
Sorry, everyone.
Russian, German, Czech, Italian. What else is in here? Oh, there's solo female porn. Look at
a lot
that.
of hand gestures in these.
So,
I'm being
mummy,
so bad
there's
right now. I
British
gotta
porn.
stop.
What the fuck? I feel like I couldn't get past the accent.
They take a break to have tea time. Okay, I'm done.
Oh my
I'm
gosh.
being very, very stereotypical right now. It's horrible.
Yeah, but it's comedy, so it's fine. Hey, we can't stop pushing limits, of being funny. Then society dies.
Should have been a comedian.
Okay, relax.
Clearly hilarious.
Okay, last one. Even though it's a dumb category.
Amateur?
Yes.
Mm.
Having like an amateur. I know I don't have to fantasize anymore because it's happened, but like the idea of having control of someone who's brand new to sex is fucking awesome. And like thinking about all the possibilities that you can teach them, and you kind of just turn them into your little toy, but in a good way. It doesn't sound in a good way, but it is a good way because they're consensual.
Yeah.
So you're just teaching them these things, then you bring out the sexuality in them, and then they start to reciprocate. So you like kind of bring them to your level, and then it just goes off because then you're just super connected sexually, which is awesome. So yeah, having somebody new. I don't know, have you taken anyone's virginity?
Yeah.
Okay, we talked about this. I don't think we talked about this, but
I think we like barely like smelled the surface or whatever.
Okay.
Like it wasn't even like a thing. But yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's So not just like taking the virginity, but then just continuing to do it. and then
Mhm.
you like start teaching them and teaching them
Mhm.
more. That's definitely something that I've fantasized about, but now I've experienced. So it's not as much a fantasy, but yeah, I guess that's the last one. Maybe I'm just like trying to look at these and think of like where you can take it after like watching it on Pornhub or something. But yeah, I think that's about it for the most part. Rest of this is just porn stuff you do during sex.
Yeah. These
Which
look
is-
interesting.
Are you gonna do some homework tonight? All right.
So I'm gonna just go through a few of these.
So I'm just
bookmark
gonna
these.
Bookmark this and this. You're hot. What's your name?
That ass one though.
That ass. All right. Well, Ari,
Yes.
where can the people find you if they would like to see what your life is about?
On the gram.
Yay.
I was gonna say at some point. I was trying to figure out if I was gonna announce this or not,
Yes.
because I've always like the last few months I've been playing with the idea of getting like an OnlyFans,
Uh-huh.
and I keep saying it, but I haven't been doing it because I haven't had time.
Uh-huh.
But at some point, I'll keep you guys posted. But at some point, I do think I'm gonna do an OnlyFans.
Wow.
Just because I want to have a lot of fun in the artistic
Yeah,
realm
yeah,
of
yeah,
it.
yeah. I've been trying to convince her to do it, but like comfort, not because because I know her and I know it would help.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. And that's kind of what I'm like looking at it as. And again, from like an artist perspective as well. But anyway, OnlyFans has not happened yet. And I'll keep you guys posted. But they can find me on the gram under Anaida Ellie.
Yay.
And that is ANNAIRAELLIE.
Yay.
So that's what you can find me under.
That's where you
on the
find my
gram.
girl Ari.
Yeah. Where can they find you?
You guys can find me on Instagram as well. DSilva33, DSILVA33. I should really change my name. Had that shit for like 10 years. And then you can also follow the Sexual Relations Instagram. Woohoo! Sexual Relations Pod on Instagram. And then you can still follow our YouTube page. We will be uploading eventually. So if you subscribe,
I'm not gonna say anything about our YouTube page at all this episode, but
I gotta let them know it still exists. So if you subscribe, you will get notified when they finally start getting uploaded.
Yeah.
Is all I wanted to say. So yeah, and there still is that one episode on there. So if you guys want to see, if you don't know what we look like yet, you can go on there and see what we look like. And hang out.
although if you watch that video, you'll see that Derringer's hair is completely different now.
Oh yeah.
So
I didn't even think about that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
your hair is
so
totally different now.
Within one episode, you'll see me completely change. Nobody knows the real me anymore. I mean, you know the real me, but you don't know the old me anymore.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's it, you guys. That was episode 7.
Episode 7.
Episode 7.
Gosh,
Ari.
I'm horrible. Episode 7.
Yes, of our Sexual Relations podcast, and I had a lot of fun. Ari.
I had fun too. Yeah.
This
is interesting.
Our episodes have been kind of off the cuff lately.
Yeah.
Which
but
has
we
been,
have fun.
Yeah, it's been kind of fun.
Yeah.
And like I said before, we don't want to be like crazy serious.
Yeah.
Because we don't want to be dull and boring.
We
and
want to keep it
you know.
light. We want to keep it like fun.
We want to help, but
interesting.
also make sure you're sexually triggered.
So thanks for tuning in,
Yeah.
guys.
Thanks,
It's been
guys.
great talking to you guys.
Love you.
Love
Okay,
you.
bye.
Bye.